A modern woman suddenly woke up inside the body of Eden, a village wife with a terrible reputation. The original Eden constantly borrowed money and meat from her parents and even argued with her mother to get food for her husband. But after her husband became a government official, he divorced Eden and abandoned both her and their daughter. With nowhere else to go, Eden returned to her parents' home. Her mother was still furious over Eden's past behavior and refused to take her back. Only her father welcomed her and gave her one last chance. Determined to change her fate, Eden promised to earn 20 taels within 3 months. The next morning, she entered the mountains and found black pepper, wild spices, and cassava. While washing them in the river, she met a well-dressed man fishing alone. Thinking he had fallen on hard times, she hired him to pull her food cart. The man, Edward, quietly accepted. The following day, Eden opened her soup stall. Just then, her former mother-in-law arrived carrying expensive gifts for her son's upcoming wedding and mocked Eden for becoming a street vendor. Eden simply smiled and replied, "Don't disturb my business." She then announced to the crowd, "Taste it first. If you don't like it, you don't have to pay." The rich aroma attracted everyone. After tasting the soup, the customers loved it, and in no time her stall was packed with people. Watching Eden's success, the former mother-in-law became jealous. She secretly memorized the ingredients, believing she had copied the entire recipe, without realizing that the method of preparing cassava was the real secret. The following day, she returned to Eden's stall and loudly accused Eden of selling poisonous food. She tried to ruin Eden's business in front of everyone. The commotion attracted Eden's ex-husband's future father-in-law, a powerful government official. Hoping to protect his future son-in-law's reputation before the wedding, he immediately accused Eden and demanded her stall be shut down. Before anyone could act, Edward stepped forward to defend Eden. The surrounding customers also spoke up, saying they had all eaten Eden's soup without suffering any harm. They accused the former mother-in-law of creating trouble out of jealousy. Seeing the crowd completely supporting Eden, the official had no choice but to leave. The very next day, the former mother-in-law copied Eden's soup and sold it at a cheaper price. Around the same time, a restaurant owner visited Eden and offered to buy her recipe. Eden politely refused. Even after he increased the price, she still refused to sell it. Seeing an opportunity, the former mother-in-law interrupted and offered her own recipe instead. The restaurant owner agreed to test it first. But after drinking just one bowl, the customer suddenly collapsed from poisoning. The poisoned customer, the restaurant owner, Eden, and the former mother-in-law were all brought before the magistrate. The court doctor quickly gave the customer an antidote. Because only a small amount of poison had been consumed, his life was saved. After confirming the customer was out of danger, the magistrate dismissed the doctor and continued the trial. The government official once again insisted that Eden should be punished because she also used cassava in her soup. Remaining calm, Eden said, "If the soup I prepare today poisons anyone, I will accept any punishment. But if it is completely safe, then the person who falsely accused me and copied my recipe must be punished instead." The magistrate accepted her request. Right inside the courtroom, Eden prepared the soup exactly as she always did. Edward volunteered to taste it. After finishing the bowl, he remained completely healthy. The magistrate immediately ruled in Eden's favor. He ordered the former mother-in-law to be punished for copying the recipe without understanding it and for falsely accusing Eden. Eden then publicly revealed the correct way to prepare cassava safely, explaining that once properly detoxified, it could become an important source of food during times of famine. Realizing the value of her knowledge, the magistrate publicly praised Eden. Everyone in the courtroom admired her wisdom, and her reputation quickly spread throughout the region as the woman who transformed a poisonous root into food that could save countless lives.